A film by Midnight Releasing about a psychopathic killer bunny. Reminds me of another film by a very similar company. What's up everybody, how's it going? My name is Steve from Shock Extreme Productions as always, and finally I have another movie review for you guys today. I know it's been a while, but recently I've added a few more things to my little pile of films, and in particular this one is going to be for Midnight Releasing today. This one I've been wanting to see for a long time. I know Brain Damage Films has this promoted on their website right now. This one is directed by Carl Lindbergh, and this one is his film Bunnyman Massacre. First instance I saw this, I thought it was, Brain Damage Films, Midnight Releasing, and I realized, this isn't the first time they've done this. Of course, there was Cottontail back in the day, but this one, it's an actual mascot instead of somebody that changes into a bunny. The plot of this, it's kind of hard to talk about, mainly because it focuses on two different sides. You'll focus on the killer's point of view, and then you'll focus on the victim's point of view. The first half of the movie is basically following the killers, as the second half of the movie is basically following some of the survivors. Basically the film revolves around this guy named Bunnyman, as you see right here, as well as either his brother or someone he's around named Joe. They run some sort of convenience store, general store, and they basically hunt after these people. Joe ends up turning these people into beef jerky, almost like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where the cook would run the gas station and he would sell human sausage, human barbecue, almost like Motel Hell, where they would kill the people and turn them into some sort of food. The first half of the movie, really, I thought it was going to be some sort of chainsaw film, especially from the first scene where it showed the grainy black and white footage, but then that changed over on. After we get to know the killers, we're introduced to the victims, and the victims are basically all girls. There are these two girls that get captured by him. They're basically pleading for their lives. The one girl ends up saying, there's more people out in the woods, I could get you those people. And she ends up setting up a death trap for herself, her sister, as well as the other girls she lures in. And it ends up being, a complete bloodbath. Now, my thoughts on this. At some points, it feels like, it's really not a movie. It sometimes feels like it's violent shit almost, where it's just random kills without any explanation. And that's kind of what the first 20 or so minutes of this movie is. It's just this random killing that you really don't know why. I thought it was like watching violent shit. There are some scenes in this movie that really do show some major balls. The first one being the scene of a group of kids on a school bus getting hacked. Yes, getting killed by Bunnyman. And you see blood spraying everywhere, you see children running off the bus in blood, you see a child, yes, a child, laying in the sand, caked with blood, and this scene is actually pretty disturbing if you think about it. It's not too disturbing on camera, but if you think about it, it's very fucked up. There's one kid leaving the bus, and Bunnyman basically grabs him and starts punching and beating on him. Now, it's not that graphic on film, but if you think about it, it is very, very disturbing. Speaking of being disturbing, the kills are actually pretty damn good, except for one which involves Bunnyman taking a camper and putting in her sleeping bag and bashing her on a rock. If I didn't see Jason X, I would say that's pretty awesome, but it was from Jason X, so it's just in there. The gore is actually pretty damn good. I was surprised what they did. A lot of the deaths are really interesting, especially towards the end, where Joe and Bunnyman put one girl into a barrel and drill, I think, nails into the barrel, and they push her down a hill, and she basically meets her death that way. I thought that was actually really, really cool. The blood and the gore is great, except there are some scenes of CG. Sometimes it works because it blends in pretty well with the actual practical effects, but sometimes you could tell it's just CG gore and it really doesn't look that well and just sticks out like a sore thumb. As for the characters, Bunnyman really doesn't do that much. You do see him take off his mask, but I'll just leave it at that. Joe, he kind of looks like actually Jess Margera from CKY, but besides that, you know, they really don't share anything else. Joe is your typical, you know, like sociopathic psychopath that likes to torture young girls, stuff like that. The girl actors, they're actually not too good in this movie. I really didn't, none of them really stuck out to me. They just seemed kind of blandish, but you know, it's a movie like this, so it kind of works, I guess. The sheriff in this movie, he actually did a pretty decent job. Overall, it was actually kind of just another generic slasher movie, but with, you know, some good gore, some interesting points. Overall, I'm not gonna say it's mediocre. Some things are pretty cool in this, but as for the DVD, you do get the audio commentary, behind the scenes, deleted scenes, interview, Bunnyman gets fast food, which is a small segment in this, and Joe's Guide to Dating. Special features on here is actually pretty cool, and I believe that they are doing a sequel to this according to the deleted scenes where it did say Bunnyman 2. I'm not sure of it right now. I could put some things in the description below regarding the sequel, but for right now, I am not sure. I could see there being a sequel, definitely. I could see this going into possibly, you know, a small franchise, even a trilogy, who knows. Overall, if I'd have to rate this, I would give it probably at least a 6.5 out of 10. Good stuff to it. It's just another independent slasher film, which I actually really like and appreciate. I love all these independent slasher films. Do I see myself watching this again in the future? Yeah, of course I do. You know, it was fun. Do I recommend this? Really only to gorehounds, which, you know, Brain Damage Films been not releasing gorehounds, or anybody that likes slasher films, or anybody that really appreciates independent films. You know, this is one that some people would like, some people won't like. If you like movies like violent shit, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, then you probably would get a kick out of this one. It's not made to be taken seriously. Some parts in this movie you will find yourself laughing at, and you're supposed to. Overall, just watch it with an open mind and have a good time with it. That's all I really have to say. Anyways, guys, that was my review. Hope you all enjoyed. I do have another midnight releasing review coming up in the future, as well as another Brain Damage Films review coming up in the future. More videos to come, as you could tell. I've been trying to keep them up once a week. I apologize for not having one last week, but I was at Phoenix FearCon. I might put up a video of a small video of like a recap telling what I've done, you know, going to the Brain Damage Films booth, meeting Ken Forey. I got some little video of him doing a Q&A, meeting Mark Torgel from, you know, Melvin the Mop Boy from Toxic Avenger, and let's see, what else, and watching Todd Sheets' House of Forbidden Secrets on the big screen, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, if you like my other videos, definitely make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever you guys do. Make sure to follow me on Facebook at Shock Extreme Productions. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Shock Extreme Productions, and follow me on Instagram at Shock Extreme Productions, as well as Body Bags, the second channel we do reviews on. Links will be below. Once again, my name is Steve from Shock Extreme Productions, and until next time, see y'all later.